Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. From my location here, it is morning. So, good morning from Manitoba, Canada. I'm super excited to be back here again. And again today, I'm going to be your host on this session. And with me here this morning, I have this amazing business owner that will be panelist here with me on this session. And we are going to start by first introducing herself. Then we dive in fully into the topic and discussion of today. So I'm going to be starting with Beatrice to first introduce herself. Then, if Juliet is back, she would go next. And I can see somebody joining us. You're welcome, Jackie. So, Jackie too can introduce herself. Then, we'll have our coach to introduce himself as well. So, I give it to you, Beatrice.
Thank you for the opportunity and for giving me first priority. I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited to be in the land of the living, to be in this session. Thank you for welcoming me, and I love the topic. I can't wait to dive in and hear what Jackie has to say, and coach that has been gone, what he has to say. I need my pen and paper. My name is Beatrice Onkware, streaming live from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm in the medical field and a proud digital business owner. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Okay, thank you for the short introduction. And now I would have Jackie to introduce herself.
My name is Jacqueline Singleton. They just call me Jackie. I originate from Jamaica. I have 3 kids, 10 grandkids, and I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, good to have you here on the session this morning. And I believe that you are here with bag full of nuggets that our viewers
can really
take 1 or 2 things from. Thanks for having you here. Okay, now we'll move to Juliet. Please introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah, thank you, Mentor Foluke, for being our host today. I'm happy you have invited me to this program. And my name is Juliet. I'm originally from Nigeria. I'm married with my family. We are living in Atlanta, Georgia, also streaming live from Atlanta, Georgia. I am a caregiver as my 9 to 5. I am also a proud digital business owner and a mompreneur. It's coach and a mompreneur, and in this my business is whatsoever I call it, and I call it all the good things in life. Because according to Beatrice and Foluke, they said this morning I chop alone. No, I did not chop alone. I'm calling everybody to come and join me because chop alone, die alone. So as we talk for Naija, make our people gather here. We don't come again this morning. We want to Namukuna come join us, so make una take action for the movement and the vision and the mission of digital world. So if una join us now, know as e be now, una go follow us, they enjoy this enjoyment wey we dey enjoy. So we no wan leave anybody behind. So everybody come inside and join us. And because our mama Igu go say the taste of the pudding is in the eating, you have to come inside and eat and taste and see how it's sweet. So I give it back to my wonderful sister, Mentor Foluke.
Thank you for the introduction. And I like the way you use the word shop alone. We are not selfish people here. And that's why you see us coming to bring this good news of this amazing opportunity to as many people out there that will be interested to join us on this journey to freedom. Okay, and now I have my coach in the house, and he will be the next to introduce himself.
Wonderful. Thank you for inviting me to the session. And I'm driving in Atlanta, Georgia, so I'll be getting somewhere where it will be better in a minute. But I'm so happy and grateful to be here. My name is Dismas Ndega. My friends call me DC. Originally from East Africa, via Nairobi, Kenya. I live in Atlanta, Georgia with my family. I am in trucking industry. And I'm also a proud digital business owner, and I'm happy person to be here today and share nuggets and hear from this wonderful colleagues of ours. So I'm looking forward for a wonderful session. And with that being said, I want to give it back to you, wonderful hosts. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Coach, for introducing yourself. And for me, my name still remains Foluke Adebayo. I'm originally from Nigeria. I am mom to 3. I am a wife as well. I work as certification officer. My background is actually in accounting. And today I will be your host. And I hope you will just get your pen, get your paper, and give yourself a very comfortable position to sit, because all these people you have here today, you are going to be learning a whole lot from them. And today our topic is we are going to be discussing about from 9 to 5 survival to building something on your own terms. When we come here every time to talk about this business, is not by hyping. And we are not saying quit your job. And you can even see from the topic that from your 9 to 5, that is, you can still be in your 9 to 5 and still be, start building something by the side. And that's what we are going to be talking about today. And I won't be the only one here, like I see a lot of people. And I'm going to be starting first with Mentor Juliet. She's going to be addressing the first question for us. And it says, before you discover digital business, what did the 9 to 5 reality look like for you? Please, sis, do justice to this question. I guess you're muted, right?
Okay. You're asking me what the 9 to 5 look like.
Reality, yeah.
The reality is not here. Oh. That question is a great question. It's like, the reality of 9 to 5. Stress, burnout, no time, even no cash. Make I talk like that. No cash. Because once you pay your bills, even if sometimes you don't pay your bills finish, you carry some over in the other month, because in America you can call them and tell them that I can only pay half of my bill this month. Before the other month finish, I will try and finish up. So that is the reality of 9 to 5. Before I discovered this digital business, that time I used to work in transportation, which is school department. The transportation department in school, it was not easy. I work, I don't even have time to even check my their assignments. That time, my daughter's teacher started calling me and asking me, what's going on with your child? Because I will tell you, my daughter that used to be, anytime they are doing something in school, the teacher will send me a message, your girls are performing so good. I like the way they are. Keep it up. They are on top. She started calling me and asking me, what's wrong? What's the problem? I told her, work is not allowing me. She said, this is the problem. Oh, your daughter is not trying in school. This is what is going on. This is what is going on. That event made me pause. And I realized that it's like I'm pursuing what is not even helping me, because even it was not even enough to pay the bills, because they it's government, they pay monthly. They don't pay like twice a week, 2 times a month. So you know how it is. I sit down, and even there was one day my daughter told me that, you're always complaining. You'll be saying I'm not doing well in school. Why will I do well? When you go to work, you don't even ask what I'm doing in school. Say, Mommy, you better stop that work, because it's not my fault, because you carry us in the bus and take us all over the place. No time to do our assignment. When we are doing it in the bus, we are making mistakes. So sometimes I leave it. You understand? So I look at it and say, I told her at first, I'm not going to answer that thing you are saying, because we have to pay bills. So she left me and went to the room. She and her sister, they were talking, and said, that's your business, both of you. I sit down and say, okay, let me check social media. Since they have started this thing, let me just go and laugh. When I went there, I saw my coach talking about digital business. I said, these people. I swipe it out because I was trying to look for something that would make me happy. He came back again. I said, okay, let me see, Seth, what is wrong? What is this woman talking about? So I went inside and see all the things she was talking about. I said, oh, this thing is true. So I started my own digital business. My eye now open. I saw different possibility there. I said, wow. I saw the freedom and time for my family. So I started learning. Now I am growing in my business day after day. Nothing is I know that it's not a get quick rich. Business is long term, like building stability for myself and my family and legacy. So right now I will tell you that what I'm praying for is in my hand, because I know what I'm achieving in this business. I know what I've gained in the business. My mindset, learning, the mini university, every day I learn different things. I come out here and talk. Before, if you tell me to come and talk, like the first time I was all over the place. But right now I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm saying. I say it the way it is. So with all this, and I talk my real story there, with all this, I know that I am in the right place and the universe is open for me more opportunities. So I give it back to you. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thanks so much for for sharing and for being vulnerable, like to be able to share part of your story, even while you are, sharing your experience. And one amazing thing I love about what you said is the boldness. I like the way you wrap it up, like how you started and what your reality is at the moment. Because in this business, I say it is not all about money. If you are into it and you know what you're doing, so many things would change for you, even in the course of you trying to earn that additional income. You talk about your mindset has changed. You talk about the boldness you have to now speak, even on camera, not minding. I remember myself, and I used to say it, my very first video like this, come and see me. But today, things is way better. And that is, some other additional benefits that comes with the business. You talk about you now having family time. And that is another good perk about this business, such that once you're building it, it creates, just gradually as time goes on, you see that you have more time to be more with your family because you are earning extra and you don't have to go outside and exchange your time often for money. And you mentioned that it's not a get rich quick scheme, which is the reality here. So we say it all the time. If you are the one that is looking for money doubling opportunity, or where you
Not
will
you.
put your money and you will not want to put in the work, it doesn't happen here.
Not
But if
here.
there's somebody that is, that wants to build something for the long term, something sustainable for the long term, then this opportunity is for you. Come in, learn, grow, and you see how your mindset would shape on, and even you would be able to make that extra income that you're looking for. Thank you, Mentor Juliet, for that. And with that, I'll be going to my sister here, Jackie. So please answer the second question for us. What was the moment or realization that made you start looking for something beyond your regular job?
Well, as Miss Juliet said, it's like the same thing she's saying, but in a different way. Not really in a different way, really. But as she said, the 9 to 5, I don't think it's something that worked for everybody. For me, it's like in my mind, my mindset was messed up, but not knowing it was messed up is like I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna do, my 9 to 5 and retire. And then I look back and it be like, what legacy are you gonna leave for your kids and your grandkids? Stuff like that. And where your enjoyment, so you're just gonna leave your country, come to America and work till the day you die. Because that's what I see a lot of people doing. They have no time for family, no time for their kids, their grandkids, no time to take a proper vacation and stuff like that. They have to worry about come back to work and work like a slave. We do work like a slave, I'm not gonna lie. So my mentality, I come to the reality that I don't really want to do that no more. So, I see this business and my friend them be telling me about it. And then I said, you know what? What can I lose? Just take the risk and go ahead. But as I said, it's not a get rich quick business. You have to put in the work. And if I don't put in the work, I'm not going to see a positive, change in my life. So I have to put in the work, which I don't right now. I had a kind of pause, but I am back now. So I am ready to put in all the effort. And I do need my mentor, Miss Juliet, help sometime, and my coach Dismas help sometime. I will get to you on that. But as Miss Juliet says, not a get rich quick thing. You have to put in the work to get where you want to head. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for for answering the question. Yeah, you still reiterate the fact that it's not a get rich quick scheme, and you are putting in the work, and that is to tell somebody out there that because anybody that opens a traditional business, let me come from that angle.
Yep.
You have so many things to do to sustain that store running, in terms of how you get your product, how you source your customers, your location, and everything. And the fact that this is an online business does not make it that you come here and fold your hands. Put in the work, like you rightly said. But one thing that is certain here, and especially even in our business community, we've seen results of people that are putting in the work, showing up consistently. And that is what, can happen when you come in and you put in the work. That result that you're looking for is a question of time. And one good thing is that before you even get to the result, so many things would have been properly aligned for you along the way, like your mindset, like the way you see things, the way you show up for things, because you can't do this business without you being disciplined.
Right.
Because discipline is a factor here. You showing up consistently, being here shows that you are disciplined and you are, you want to push for this business to work. Like we are here now, so many things that each of us can do, but because we have to set this going, then we are here. So I like the way you said, put in the work, and which shows sign of discipline. And thank you for your contribution. We'll go to Mentor Beatrice, and you please be answering the third question for us. When you first started this business, what were your biggest fears and doubts? And if I can extend it, how did you overcome those fears and doubts? Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. That's a wonderful question. My biggest one, actually I had several. And I'm also going to expand them to include the ones I didn't have, because these are things that people have that make them not start. The first one for me was fear. Fear of this being a scam and losing out on my money, fear of visibility, because I felt like I was an introvert. So fear of, visibility in the online space, which I was before, but by the time I was introduced to the business, I'd gotten out of Facebook and I had an account, but I was not there for like 5-6 years. So I felt the fear of visibility. The fear of, I talked about failure, the fear of wasting time, money, and even more responsibility. I feared that. And then I started even going deeper. What will my friends say? Yeah? What will my church members say? What?
Fear of judgment.
Yeah.
Fear of judgment.
And then I started feeling like this is not for me, because I'd never done anything, business. I'd never done anything digital. So fear of, feeling like this is not meant for me. So all these things were running in my mind. But and of course, fear shrinks when you start acting. And the fact that it's the person that I knew and we were going to church with is the one that introduced me, that kind of helped me to shed down some fears. You know, I felt like, okay, I can trust, you know, the fact that, you know, I know her and we go to church together. I felt like there's no way she can lie to me. She goes to church, you know. So that made me take that step. And of course, as I did the execution, the anxiety started, you know, reducing, wearing off. And also, I'm reminded of 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, which says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." I felt like, you know, that my confidence was going to build with time. And so this fear will also melt. And that's what helped me. Thank you so much. I really like to.
I like the way you summarize everything. So many things we are afraid of. And one thing that is unique and kind of similar to everyone that start this business is that, except if your level of boldness is on the high level, we all have this similarity of this level of fears that you've itemized. And I love the way you put it, that fear shrink when you take action. Because until you take action, you believe in yourself, you tell yourself you can do it no matter how I'm feeling, that fear will still continue to be a limiting factor. But when you take action, like you rightly said, then your anxiety, your fear, everything begin to shrink, and you now be in alignment, you know, with your true self and your vision. Because I borrow a lot from what you said. Before you started, fear of judgment, fear of visibility, same thing applicable to me. Because I'm like, if I go on social media, what will people say? How well is their judgment going to be if I put this post there? You know, another thing is a fear of trying to be a perfect person. And that kind of keep you back from doing what ordinarily you just do and just be yourself in the online space, trying to perfect everything. And if I will just wrap up all you said, is that I will just tell somebody out there that fear will continue to be a limiting factor for you until you pull yourself. You see people talking about this opportunity everywhere, day and night. Like my saying, there's this saying that, you know, what's it called now? Goldsmiths. When a goldsmith is hammering at a spot, it means something valuable is there. And something valuable, you know, can be produced out of that continuous action. You know, when you see people talking about digital marketing business is to tell you that there's really good thing in there, but so many fears around you, like, you know, Beatrice has rightly listed them, is holding you back. I want to tell someone out there that we all here, we've been where you were before. And one thing that helped us to step out of that place is because we overcome our fear and we make that bold step to try something new. And until you take the bold step to try something new, to come out of your fear, things will continue to remain the way they are. And that is why so many people complain, you know, working multiple jobs, I'm not available for my family, yet they are so fearful to try something new. And things continue to be the same thing year after year. But if only you can overcome your fear, like, Beatrice rightly listed, you would see that it's a matter of time. You will be out of it and you will begin to fulfill that your dream and your vision. I can see our coach is back and in.
Yes.
Coach, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Welcome back. So now we are on the next question, and that will go to you, sir. Since starting this journey, I know you have a lot to expand on this question.
Yes.
Since starting this journey, because it has really been a journey that has, bring in a memorable milestone recently. It's indeed a journey. Since starting the journey, what has changed the most for you, financially, mentally, or in your daily life?
Wonderful. That's a wonderful, 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 wonderful question. And thank you for preparing these wonderful questions. In terms of change, I will start categorize because I can be on this for the whole day and I'll not even finish.
No.
So I'll categorize. Let's start with the obvious. Spiritually, I have become a better being because one, I have met so many amazing people who have come into the business, um, and they have impacted me in an amazing way. I have interacted with other people that we have a very big community. So spiritually, I have grown, and the business make you grow too because you have to work on yourself. For things to change, actually, you have to change yourself. I always say, and now the more I'm here, the more I'm realizing the success that you think you're looking from outside, it's already done inside. So I've been connected myself to the spirit world, and spiritually to me has been great movement in my life that a lot of even the scriptures are new. They have illuminated and they look like I'm living in them now. Mentally, I have also had such a growth mentally to a point where, what they call emotional intelligence, you get to deal with a lot of different people, and it really just enables you to grow. And I have seen so much mentally to tell you where I started and where I am now. Those are like two different people. So I am more at peace. I have a surety. I know that my future is secure. I know my kids are secure. I'm mentally looking at this and I'm saying I am so happy and grateful that I started this. Financially, ooh, that one, hey, hey, mm, hey. mm. Financially, when I came, I've been working very hard. I've done business here, and I was in a place where, literally financially, I hit a financial pit, and I think I was at the bottom of that pit at that point when I was coming here, because tragically I had lost my truck through fire, and I had my mother-in-law move in because she was having some challenges health-wise. On top of that, I had gotten COVID, so I'd been out of work for a minute. And then I think in that desperate moment, I believed a friend who told me about Forex, and I gave her a lot of money that was like my egg nest to go invest so that I could be getting 5,000 every month. I thought that was a very good plan. And within a few months, she had lost all the money. So I was in a very financial, very tough place. And for me, at that moment, when I saw this business, I realized, I can remember if I look back, my daughter had asked me a question: are we poor? Because we had even moved into a hotel, efficient one room where we were living, all four of us, my mother-in-law, myself, and my daughter and my wife were in that one low room. And when my daughter asked that, it just kind of dawned on me. You need more skills. You need to diversify. You need to have multiple sources of income. This matter of depending on one thing is not working out. You've worked hard, you've tried, you've done everything that you can, but look where you are right now. So I realized, man, I needed to do something different. And I'm so happy and grateful that I did start this business. I'm so happy and grateful between this business and now even it enabled me to be able to move out of that hotel because I couldn't even leave my family there and even say like I want to go back to trucking. I couldn't do that because I knew that wasn't the safest place to have a family. And I realized I was able to move my mother-in-law into a nursing home. I was, and literally even be able to restart my trucking business. And now I'm almost getting out of the trucking business altogether to only do this when I have here. It's just a matter of time. So that tells you financially, it has been such a wonderful journey. And lastly, for me, when I look at it here, I say lastly is I look at it in terms of, it's one thing to have all the money, to have all this stuff, but I always say fulfillment in life. It's one thing to have goals and chase goals, and it's another thing to have a vision and a purpose, and literally to realize you are not here just to impact you and the immediate family, but to impact other people in a positive way and change them financially, change their situation financially, spiritually, mentally, and in any other way. That has been one of the biggest things that I've had. Even to have teammates like you people that are partners, we are partners in this, and we are all people with one purpose, that we are trying to change things into our lives, and not even trying, we are doing it. Going out there to do what we have to do to make sure that we leave a legacy for our family, and have that inheritance for the third generation, and to have people like that around you, that not only are they impacting you, but you're also impacting them, has been such a fulfilling journey for me, that I can say this has been one of the greatest decisions I've ever made. When I look at it, sometimes I pinch myself and ask myself, is this real? Because I'm still feel like I'm still in a dream. And yet every day it seems like I haven't even scratched the scratch yet. It seems like I haven't even started yet, because the best is ahead. With that being said, I give it back to you, a wonderful host.
Wow. I'm beginning to feel emotional. Thank you, Coach, for sharing. This is so wonderful. When we talk about this business being life transforming, it's not a joke. These are real people sharing their testimony of how they started and how this business has truly transformed things for them. Coach here just mentioned something that's talking about freedom. Like you starting a business out of fear or not even know what is at the other side of the bridge, and it gets to a time where you got to pinch yourself and say, is this my reality? Because you are seeing how things is going, that this business is going to retire you soon. And that is what is possible for each and everyone that is doing this business. And that is what is equally possible for you as well, if you decide to get started with any of us here today. We are not saying quit your job. We are only saying, apart from that, your 9 to 5 job, there is more to life. There's something you can explore that can give you more option, more flexible option. Because immigrants generally, we are so hardworking. I can tell you,
Yes.
we believe we have that energy. We can do multiple things, but how long will that sustain you? I used to ask myself, the energy I have today, will I have it in another 5 years? The energy you listening to us today, will you have it in another 5 to 10 years? So if that energy is no more there, what are you building by the side today that you will fall back to and will continue to sustain you from there? So many people are not thinking about retirement, and it's so bad that this part of the world that we are here, retirement is not something that is so fancy if you don't plan it properly. That is why so many people, even after working years, by the time they are retired, you see them going back to take up another job just because the bills are there and it has to be paid. We can do better. Immigrants, don't let us just depend on our physical energy, because that's where the challenge comes. If you have the energy, you can work 2-3 jobs in a day. But how long will that sustain you? That is the question. And if you are able to answer that question sincerely, it will kind of open your mind and see the reason why you need to do something differently. So we are wrapping up, and I would just want Mentor Beatrice to please talk to our talk to our viewers, especially those that are willing and they are ready to take action, how they can go about it. Please talk to them so we can call it a day.
Thank you once again for giving me the opportunity. As you have heard, we all started with this 9 to 5 because the 9 to 5 had to pay the bills, had to even give us the monies to start our business. So the 9 to 5 is not bad, and we are also not telling you to quit it. It's good. Even coach still has his. Although I know it's soon going to be thrown to the side, but you know, you do both of them until you don't. For right now, the reason why we come every day is to let you know that there is something better than this 9 to 5. 9 to 5, there's a cap to your finances. You know, there's issues dealing with the bosses. There's issues dealing with, are you good enough for a raise? Are you good enough to get these positions? This one here is your business. It's going to have your big name to it, your business. You are going to be the CEO of this business. And it's going to get to where it's going to start, you are going to, what is it called? Where you just get money while you're sleeping.
Passive income.
Passive income, that's the word. It's going to get to passive income. Your 9 to 5 will never get to passive income. You're going to keep trading your hours for your monies, whether you are 60, 70, 80, and you keep working this 9 to 5, you're still trading your time for a paycheck. But with this digital business that we have found, this gold nugget that we found, they will get to a point where it is a passive income. Who will not want that? Where money comes whether you are working or not, when you are in vacation, you know, spending time with your children. When you're sleeping. Anyway, long story short, these are all our websites here. Whoever resonates with you, it's okay, because we are all in one big family. You click this website, go in, check out the webinars, come back, ask better questions as we are here. And we are here every day. We will see your questions, we will hold your hand, we will lead you. We will show you, just like Juliet says, the ego doesn't leave its eaglets. Yeah? We will show you the way forward. No ifs, no buts. That's why we are here. And we are hoping that, you know, you're not just learning and sleeping with the information. Knowledge is good, but applied knowledge is what is going to help you. It's powerful. So, with that being said, I'm requesting that you come in, test the pudding, so you know what's good, what's bad, if it's for you, if it's not for you. Because, you know, as we are telling you, we've done the homework for you, and that the business works and it's good. You just need to come in and taste it and see that it is good, so you can join us. With that being said, I give it back to you, our wonderful hosts.
Wow, what a wonderful way to wrap it up. Okay, and now we are done. So I wouldn't want to mess up with what Beatrice has perfected, wrapping it up in a very wonderful way. So connect with us, like she rightly said, and we'll be glad to answer your question and to help you take your very first step. And with that being said, we'll be saying goodbye from the studio, and we'll see you on our next.
Bye. Coco Kwaheri.